Oh, hi. My name is Zach DeZuba, and I'm the CEO and Shenanigan General of the Department of Menial Humor, which is where you found yourself today. Thanks for joining us for our very first and inaugural episode. This is the Department of Menial Humor presents a show worth watching. And it has nothing to do with this. I just need something to occupy my time while I talk to you about this show. So while my bacon warms up, let me give you a little insight about who we are and what we're doing. The show started 6 years ago with an idea that I had. What if there was a place for comedians to better build their reel? That eventually turned into the idea for a TV show, and now here we are 6 years later, hosted by Wonderful Bar and Grill in Indianapolis off Pendleton Pike, sponsored by Robert's Camera, the premier camera destination here in Indianapolis, and of course, collaboration from the Indiana Filmmakers Network, which is an amazing group of filmmakers networked all throughout the state. Now, I myself, I'm an actor, comedian, musician, singer-songwriter, director, producer, writer. I do all kinds of stuff. But this is my baby. Now, what you're about to see tonight are a whole bunch of comedians from around the state, as well as a musical guest, as well as some art from some of your local artists here in the state. Each month we want to bring these elements together as we film a live show on the last Friday of the month at the Wonderful Bar and Grill. We're going to take each section that we film and add it with the sections that we film off-site, and each month combine them into a TV show that you can watch right here at home via YouTube. Now, I know YouTube's not a major channel, but the fact of the matter is that I can stream YouTube on my TV. It's what my kids typically do. They don't watch the major networks. No one in my family does. Likewise, the whole idea of this show was started because as actors, as comedians, as musicians, we're often told we have to move to New York or LA or Chicago just to do this for a living. When the fact of the matter is, I can call Tokyo from the device I'm recording on right now. So there's no reason we have to leave the state in order to do this. We love what we're doing. The people you're about to see here are a combination of those of us who have been doing it for a really long time and just love what we're doing, and those of us who are trying to get our foot in the door. Think of this as somewhere in between Antique Roadshow, Chappelle Show, and SNL. We took elements we love from all of those shows and combined them together into one feature. Now, I'm going to let my bacon cook here for a little bit, and while it does, you sit back and enjoy some of this wonderful content that we've put together for you. Enjoy the show.
NoSleep Ike, as he said, I'm so ghetto, I'm so used to music. We usually, in the hood, we usually come up to music, but that's awesome. Welcome. I'm excited to be here tonight. I haven't been outside in a little while. I really haven't been in the house, been stuck in the house. It ain't really due to COVID or anything like that. I've been stuck in the house because Rental Center is outside and they want their stuff back. Yeah, they want their shit. They sat outside my house 4 fucking days, man, made me lose my job. You know what I'm saying? I said, how the fuck I'm supposed to pay you now? You sat outside my house all these days, and now I'm supposed to pay you and shit. I went to Rental Center just to steal. I just went there to steal the PS4. I wasn't going to pay for it. That was my intentions. And I walked in there, and the guy said, man, you know, you can get all this shit for $1 this week, everything. I started picking shit out, man. I said, give me that love seat, give me an 80-inch TV, got me a new bed, got all type of shit. You know, next week my bill was $762 6 days later. Yeah, I wasn't gonna give him that. I said, what happened to the fucking dollar, man? You fucking tricked me. I gave him the TV back though after the Celtics won, after the playoffs went off. I was talking shit too. I said, I don't need this big ass TV. Come and get this TV. The playoffs going off. Now it's finna be it's football season again. Now I got to go to Aaron's and get me a TV because now I need a big ass TV. It's football season, right? I'm cheap. Where are my cheap people at? Give it up if you cheap. Where you at? Where you at? Give it up. Buy a dime bag of weed and have it for 90 days. Where your cheap ass at? I'm so cheap, I'm gonna tell you, I'm so cheap. I married a woman with no arms, so I wouldn't have to buy a ring. You hear me? She would be here tonight, but she couldn't get the car door open. You know what I'm saying? I smoke weed all the time. I be leaving there at Walmart and shit. I get all the way home. Like, damn, I gotta open the door for her. Shit. I'm telling you, it's hard being a comedian married to a woman with no arms. It's hard. Cause she be at my shows. She just be sitting there looking like you looking at me. Don't clap, don't do shit. Just be like, I'm a good man, good black man, good faithful black man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like every now and again I need a pat on the back, a hug or something. She don't do shit, man. You know what I'm saying? She's so fucking ungrateful. She just be sitting there. Just be sitting there like you and shit. Just be sitting there looking at me and shit. I want a divorce. I'm gonna leave her ass. I need a new wife. Shit. I'm gonna tell you, man. Prayer work. I don't know. You know, I'm a deacon of a black church. And that don't mean no different. Ain't no different than y'all church. It just means we go on Sunday, we get back on Tuesday. I get home about I get home Tuesday evening. That's all that means. That's the only difference. That's the biggest difference. Same God. It's just, you know, we just there to Tuesday for some reason. I don't know, but prayer do work. It really does. Just don't pray for no arms and no shit like that. He ain't got no legs. We're praying a long time for her arms, and she ain't got none. I've been praying a long time, and it ain't work. He said he ain't got no arms or legs or nothing like that. So don't pray for no shit like that. He ain't got it. He really don't got it. I'm gonna tell you something though, man. Prayer. How I know prayer works is my father. He was on drugs 40 years. 40 years, man. 40 years. My whole life. I'm from Chicago. He was the top crackhead in Chicago. 40 whole years. 40 years and running. But God is good. He went to rehab. He clean now. Everybody give it up for him. I told him every show I got to make people, every show, because I told all this bad shit. That's what got me popular. I told everybody how he was stealing TVs. You know how they doing shit when they on drugs. I told all this bad business. So I feel it's right that I tell his good business. And he been in rehab. He doing good. He be calling me all the time. Now, son, this feels good. God is, you know how they get when they get clean, you know. Hey, God is good. This is amazing. Feels good. But I'm going to tell y'all something. When my daddy went to rehab, ever since he been in rehab, my goddamn cocaine sales been down 75%. Fuck rehab. You hear me? It put me out of business. I'm going to tell you. Rehab and church going to put me the fuck out of business. You hear me? I'm going to tell you. If you tell me where rehab at on the way home, I burn that motherfucker down. You hear me? It's gonna put me the fuck out of business. I don't know who I'm gonna sell much. I used to sell fentanyl, but I was killing the customers. I was killing them dead, Jack. But then I was minding my business, because I'm from Chicago and we don't have certain things. I was minding my business. I was in Greenwood, Kroger's, and I was walking, minding my business. I went there to get some bread. My wife told me to get some bread and shit, husband shit. You know, I had to get some bread, some bullshit, right? And I ran into some fucking Narcan. You heard of this shit? Narcan, you heard of this shit? Yeah, now I got a whole supply. So, long story short, I'm back selling fentanyl. But I've been hired. You know these young people now. You've been noticing these young people in the workforce. They ain't worth shit, right? I got some young drug dealers that work for me, and they was using the Narcan wrong. They was giving it to people who don't got no more money. You know what I'm saying? I told them this Narcan is for motherfuckers with money left. You hear me? If you ain't got no money left, use a dead motherfucker. You understand? Fuck, we need you woke for. You ain't got no more money. You got no more money using my shit up on the wrong shit, ain't they? You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I'm known as the comic with 10 kids too. I got 10 kids, and one on the way. I actually got one on the way, and I got a granddaughter too. So I'm officially black because my granddaughter is gonna be older than my daughter that's finna be born. And my wife, she been praying for, like, you know, you know, when they pregnant, they just want, what everybody say, you just want to have 5 fingers, 5 toes, be healthy, that type of shit, right? That's what she been praying for. I've been praying she don't look old because her daddy is old. I'm old, you know what I'm saying? I've been praying she don't look like no old fucking man. Because if she do, I ain't going to claim her. I'm just going to tell people that's my granddaughter too, you know what I'm saying? My fucking granddaughter. Nobody want no old looking ass baby. It's all our fear, ain't it? Just your fear. No old looking ass baby. Straight up, man. Listen, I don't pay my I'm on child support, so the judge give me 90 days all the time. Like I do 90 days. I usually do my 90 days around Thanksgiving and get out around Martin Luther King Day. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to buy Christmas gifts. Me and the judge got to understand it. I get the fuck out of there, you know what I'm saying? But she give me 90 days all the time, man. 90 days. I do 90 days straight every time, man. And listen, I'm going to tell you something else, too. My wife, man, I ain't know I was going to be on TV tonight either. I would have wore my deacon jacket. I got a deacon jacket that I wear on Sundays, first Sundays. I call it my communion jacket. I wear it on communion Sunday and funerals. That's my jacket. I would have wore it tonight if I'd have known I was going to be on TV. I ain't know. But I'm a deacon. I told you I'm a deacon at my church. Happened on accident. I didn't become a deacon. I ain't go to church like because I love the Lord or nothing like you go because you love the Lord. I didn't go for that reason. I was actually on house arrest, and that's the only place they'll let me go on Sunday. Right? And I had a job that paid me every 2 weeks. And everybody know when you got a job that pay you every 2 weeks, on that second week, shit get a little shaky. Money get a little shaky. But I'm a genius. I ain't really a complainer. I'm a hustler. You know what I'm saying? I know how to figure it out. I said on that second week, Duncan, I said on the second week, I'm going to find the biggest Baptist church I can find. And when that basket come around, I'm going to dig my hand in and I'm just going to get what I need. I just get what I need. I did that shit 3 weeks in a row. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm the deacon of the church. Somebody say amen for change. Now, if you don't love the Lord yet, just go get what you need. Go get what you need, man, out the basket. But you got to go to a Baptist church. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the white churches do with their money. They be out of there quick. They get out of there motherfucking fast. I ain't bullshit. That's why they got more money than us. They get out of church fast. If I can get out of church quick, I can get some more money. I go to church Sunday morning. I get out Tuesday evening. It's a long day. It's a long day, I'm going to tell you. I had something else. I met my wife. I told y'all earlier I was in the slow class. I was in the slow class. I was slow growing up. They said I was bad, but I was really just slow. I was slow. You heard of the short bus? Everybody heard of the short bus? Yeah. In Chicago, they give you a bus list when you're on your first day of school. Long bus list, short bus list, right? Now, my mama knew damn well I wasn't on the long bus list, but she took me out there early anyway. She didn't want me to feel bad. I knew I wasn't on the list. I figured I was on the short bus list in the beginning, right? Long bus came. I wasn't on that list. I say, that's regular. I knew I wasn't on that fucking list. I'm on the short bus list. Short bus came. I wasn't on that list either. So me and my mom was looking at each other because she's slow like me because I had to get her from somewhere and I don't know my daddy, so it had to be her ass. You know what I'm saying? So I'm blaming on her. So we both looking at each other like, damn, did they forget about you? Man, we got back to the house. Why they send a van to come pick me up? She looked at me and said, boy, how fucking slow are you? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you, I went to school at 10. I was home by 10:30. They took me to gym and lunch. That was it. And back the fuck home I went. You know what I'm saying? It was good times though. Early, got out early, but I was slow as hell. Now I learned that she was getting $700 a month because I was slow. That's why she kept me slow. I told my kids the other day, I need to fear you motherfuckers to stop getting good grades. I know they had to go up at least to 1,000 by now. You know what I'm saying? I know half of them kids ain't mine though, cause they all get good grades and they got edges and shit. You know what I'm saying? They do. They get good grades and shit. I got one of them kids is mine, cause he fucked up. He get F's and everything. He fucked up. I know he's mine. Before I get out of here, I'm gonna tell you how I fixed him, just in case you got an F getting kicked. This kid get F's. He fucked up. He get all type of F's. He cussed the teacher. He need to be in the slow class, but now they all inclusive, so they let everybody ride the same bus and all that type of shit. He definitely need to be in the van. You know what I'm saying? But he ride the big bus. But he go to school and he cuss, and I fixed him though. I said, son, because he was getting bad grades and everything. He, you know, his mama always calling me, got to fix your son. He bad as shit. What you gonna do? I figured it out, because whoopings didn't work, punishment didn't work, nothing worked. So I told him one day, I said, son, every time I got to come over here and talk to you about your grades, your mama is gonna suck my dick. Now y'all looking at me like that, like why would I tell a kid that, right? You looking at me, why would you tell a kid that? But don't feel bad for him, feel bad for me, because I lost the best dick sucker I ever had. The boy get all A's now. I lost my best dick sucker. I pray he be bad. I be trying to get him to be bad. Cuss or something, motherfucker. Get my dick sucked.
Hello, I'm Stephanie Dumas, and I'm the owner of Happy Little Bees Gallery. As a child, I loved to watch Bob Ross almost every single day as he painted on the PBS station. And I absolutely was crushed when I heard that he had passed away, and I thought that my dream of getting to paint with him in person was dead as well. So fast forward to continuing to study art in my school years as well as my adult years. I studied a lot of different media. And finally, in 2022, with the support of my stepdad, Andy, and my entire family, I was able to become a certified Bob Ross instructor. I absolutely love getting to share the joy of painting with all of my students, and I feel like we get to sit down with Bob and paint with him every day that we pick up the brush in our classroom. No experience is necessary. We'll guide you step by step, whether you're an old pro or someone who's never picked up a brush. We'd love to help guide you and teach you all of the joys of painting. We offer public workshops, private classes, we offer acrylic and wet-on-wet Bob Ross style paintings. We can do corporate events, private parties, as well as one-on-one instructional tutorials. So whether you're wanting to do something at our studio or you have your own location in mind, we are mobile, so we can go wherever you'd like to go. We'd love for you to check out our website. It's www.happylittlebsgallery.com, and you'll be able to find out where we're holding current workshops as well as future workshops to come. Thank you.
My name is Heidi Mikac.
And I'm Caitlin Skinner.
And we're the executive producers of Heidi Mikac Films. Our goal with Heidi Mikac Films is to educate, inspire, and entertain through the magic of film. Almost a year ago, Caitlin and I wrote a story called Written in the Dark, which is a story that focuses on Skylar, a college student suffering from an eating disorder, and her mother, Leah, who has body image issues of her own. Leah begins a new diet and starts criticizing everything Skylar eats and how she looks.
It's this constant criticism that causes Skylar to become anorexic and bulimic. Written in the Light is the sequel to Written in the Dark, which focuses on the healing process of eating disorders and just how messy that process can be. You all can check out Written in the Dark on our YouTube channel, Heidi Mikac Films, but until then, please enjoy the trailer for Written in the Light.
So I want to commend you both for taking this big step today as we help Skylar through her eating disorder. Let me ask you this, Skylar. How do you feel about your body?
I don't know. Some days I love it, especially when people tell me how skinny I look.
You look great. You're just as skinny as you were in high school. How do you do that?
And some days I hate it. I'm disgusted with it.
Want to tell me about your eating habits?
It's really not that bad.
Skylar.
Really, I've been fine lately.
How often are you vomiting?
Maybe 3 times a week.
Is she going to eat all that?
Ew, look at that double chin.
I feel really guilty after I eat, so I vomit, and that helps the guilt go away, but then I feel really guilty because I vomit. I don't know. It's so bizarre, I don't even know how to explain it.
Tell me what you're hiding! You want me to stop now? What do you want from me?
I'm so sorry. I've been lying to you.
You're doing so good. Everything's gonna be okay.
takes a lot of bravery to take steps towards healing.
I've been blind for so long, I wish someone would have given me sight. Maybe then this could have been written in the light.
My name is Brandon Clark. It actually comes from a long line of ancient Irish warriors. It means he who hides during Viking raids. I appreciate you all showing up tonight. We're going to have so much fun. I'm one of those people, I take an interest in things a lot of people find boring. Like, I think that marketplace is fascinating. Like, if you just look at it, you know? For example, does anyone remember like the old slogan for Angel Soft toilet paper? Comfort where you want it. I remember reading that at the time. Comfort where you want it. Like, I feel like that's a region of our body that we only pay attention to when it's really uncomfortable. You know? Like, you're like, geez, I wish people would look away so I could dig out this wedgie. Who put a thumbtack in this chair? Or, you know, if you're having really intense sex, wrong hole. And then, let's see. Does anyone remember the slogan for, or what this product's for? I'll give you the slogan really quick. Once you pop it, you can't stop. Pringles. Don't feel bad if you guessed Viagra. I did too. It's funny, I actually did that joke at an American Legion that had nothing but old people that weren't paying attention, and that's the only joke that got a laugh. I was like, this would be the room that would land. Okay. There are certain things in the market, like I don't know how they ever became a trend, like bolo ties. You know, those dumb-looking things? Like, what guy in the South was just like, you see this rounded belt buckle? I'm going to put a shoestring through it and wear it around my shirt. Every Southern racist is going to love it. So stupid. And then I love books too. I'm a big reader, mostly, especially if like there's not a lot of words and pop-ups, all that. But this friend was showing me this book he bought. It's a Star Wars recipe cookbook, right? And all the recipes in there are like puns. It's like Qui-Gon ginger snaps, Boba fettuccine. But then I saw this one entry, and it said, forceful frittata. I looked at my friend, I'm like, if we're being honest, that kind of sounds like a code name for rape. Picture the creepiest guy you know, just, tonight I believe I'll have some forceful frittata. A lot of people in this room are like, I think that's you right now, bud. I think one of the weirdest books I've ever seen, though, was it was on Amazon's best-selling book list for like a month or two. It's 101 recipes for semen. I'm like, what guy thought of that, you know? Who went, that looks a lot like flour. Let's see what happens when you put it in a brownie. It does bring a whole new definition to egg beaters, though. Do you think there's a recipe in there for forceful frittata? Crossover. I think one of the most interesting products I've ever seen is this stuff called bear spray. Does anyone know what that is? For those of you that don't know, bear spray is 400 times stronger than Tabasco sauce. Here's the kicker about bear spray. It's maced for bears, and it has a 90% success rate. I'll repeat that again for you. It has a 90% success rate against bears. Who wants to be on the other end of that statistic, right? Like you spray the bear, and it's just like, I'd be like, oh, I am so sorry. I don't even know what I would do at that point. I think I would just turn the spray on myself to try and make myself too spicy. Like, guess what, Mr. Bear? Today you're doing the Pocky One Brandon Challenge. I don't know how they're getting that 90% statistic, too. Like, who are the maniacs volunteering to go out in the woods and spray bears. Doug didn't come back. Put a hiring poster out. We'll start again tomorrow. As afraid as I am of bears, though, I think my biggest fear has to be snakes. I'm terrified of snakes, man. Like, I'll never forget this one day. I walked into this dollar store, and I was standing in line. This little boy walks in with a little python wrapped around his neck, right? And, of course, like, I back up a few feet. He looks at me, thinking I'm interested, clearly. And he goes, his name is Scarf. I bet it is, you little psychopath. Couple more feet and a lot more muscle mass will be changing the name to Noose. I do think fears are fascinating, though. Like, it's very interesting to observe all the fears that are out there. Like, for example, has anyone heard of numerophobia? Know what that is? Fear of numbers and math, which I have to say doesn't add up. Or another interesting one I found out about is there's this phobia called Venusophobia. This is for men that are terrified of beautiful women. I had a friend tell me, he's like, I think you have that. I was like, I'm not afraid of them. I just suck at talking to them. If anything, the fear probably goes the other way. Like, I'm kind of terrified of, like, trying to give a girl back her wallet and then getting pepper sprayed. Just be standing there like, oh, you stupid bitch, I'm not a bear. Well, I guess I kind of am in a manner of speaking. But and it's funny, some of my female friends are always like, well, you don't have any issues talking to me. Strange that. I'll let you do the math on that. Hope you don't have numerophobia. I think one of my personal favorites, though, is there's this fear called anatidiphobia. Does anyone know what that one is? Oh, this is going to be fun. So anatidiphobia is the fear that somewhere, somehow, a duck is watching you. Right? It's a thing. I always wonder, like, what kind of nightmares do these people have? Like, they're walking down a dark alley and they hear waddling footsteps behind them. Affleck. I do kind of get the fear of ducks, though, because, I mean, ducks do rape people. Well, I mean, they rape other ducks, not people. That'd be a pretty freaking buff duck, wouldn't it? That'd be the Arnold Schwarzenegger of ducks. It'd be like, you should have given me your breadcrumbs. Now I believe I'll have some forceful frittata. No. I love how, like, I think it's crazy how fast events are going now. Like, it kind of feels like things just got crazier ever since we've killed that damn gorilla. Although, you know, I'm sure if Harambe was here, he would say that this is bananas. That's for me. Now, does anyone remember, like, when they were freaking out about that Titan sub? Yeah. Well, they were trying to go down to see the Titanic. I remember watching this admiral in the Coast Guard give this press conference, right? He's got everyone gathered around. He's like, we have reason to believe that the Titan sub imploded 2 miles beneath the ocean. And this reporter in the back raised their hand and went, how's the search for the bodies going? I could see it in his eyes, but he handled it like a pro. He was like, the search is ongoing, but we will keep the press updated the more we learn. If that had been me, I'd have been like, the sub imploded 2 miles beneath the ocean. What bodies, jackass? Like, seriously, how dumb is the press? Like, what's next? Man jumps in an active volcano today. For more in search for the body, we turn to our geologist, Dr. Jim. Doctor? And he's just holding up a rock. We think this is him. That's so stupid.
The future of Naptown has never been so uncertain. Will Naptown's next mayor be a secretly gay conservative?
Gay porn in your closet.
Those aren't mine.
I confiscated those from my gay clients doing conversion therapy.
Or a progressive porn star.
Vote Mabel, and I'll get rid of every gun. The only bang you should hear is me banging a man.
Are homes being haunted by ghosts or visited by aliens?
This house is possessed by ghosts. It might be aliens. Shoshi, aliens are not real.
Can a toad be racist?
Drinking milk is a sign of genetic superiority.
What the heck is a mukbang?
Damn good chicken. Now, let's eat.
Who are the Blue Hatters?
When I say Mabel, you say bangs. Ready? Mabel! Bangs! Mabel! Bangs! Mabel! Bangs! Mabel! Bangs!
Oh, you're making my brain hurt.
Find out in season 2 of Hashtag.
Like a heroin addict, I'm gonna party once I get set up here. You guys don't think I know heroin addicts? Okay. Let's get into it. Appreciate the 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 cameraman, people hanging around. So let's try to have some fun, right? I don't remember who brought it up earlier. I don't remember who brought up the billionaire submarine earlier. Do you remember? The story. And I don't know if I'm the first one to say this. I sort of doubt it. But like, what was it? 5 or 6 billionaires died on a submarine to see where something that I knew where it sank 100 years ago sank. Who gives a fuck, you know? Really, a whole bunch of billionaires died? Oh, God, my heart. Oh, my stars. I couldn't possibly. So let's get into the groundbreaking political material, all right? How's that sound, yeah? All right. I think that birth control should be for men. Liz, right? I figured you'd be on board, but even if you weren't, I have reasons. All right, so men, I can get everybody on board. Men, no more condoms. Right, pretty good. Women, I haven't had latex in me yet, but I'm guessing, just feel-wise, that it isn't preferable. You know? Like, this is the way I'll say it. Like, I don't care how much research and tech and money and effort you put into my bulletproof vest. I'm still gonna be nervous when you fire. Right? But if you take the bullets out of the gun, you rock that chamber back, I see you got no ammo, I'll lean forward, cocky as a clam, shitty dancing like Rob Schneider, just daring you, just begging you to put me in a movie with a fucking plot. Fuck that anti-vaxxer. So I see you guys obviously can see why I got my phone out, and it's actually not what you think. I'm expecting a call from my dentist. I have a thing. It's a crush on my dentist. I cannot wait for him to call, you know. So you guys ever been to Twin Peaks? You know what I'm talking about? Twin Peaks, the restaurant. Well, you know what I'm talking about though, right? Yeah. Basically Midwestern Hooters, right? And I had a buddy who invited me there for the first time. I'd never been. And he invited me, he's like, you want to go to Twin Peaks? You know, there's boobs and beer. It's the all-American way. And I'm like, I don't think we're that good of friends. If you're horny, we don't have to hang out. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. The second I went. So, I mean, the second I walked through the door, I'm like, I should turn myself in. I should turn myself in. I'm part of the problem, for sure, clearly. There's no way some lady comes out the lowest cut top you could possibly have. I'm not against the concept, but her being like, hi, sir, what can I get you? I'm like, I'll leave. I don't want you. This is my bad. I'm part of the problem, I understand. So let's do some clean stuff. I was reading a Fleshlight recently. Yeah, I was done using it. And I was reading a Fleshlight recently, and it was the instructions. And it said, go fuck yourself. I was like, helpful, right? That's what it's supposed to be. So some actually clean stuff. Anybody here ever bit their tongue? Eating. Of course you have. Of course you have. Nothing on this planet makes me feel more like a failure on an evolutionary basis than when I bite my own face. This is supposed to be the result of hundreds of thousands of years of human evolution. I'm still like, I was just trying to eat pussy. So, any Nirvana fans? Nirvana fans? Yeah. Great band. I love them. They're one of my favorites. In fact, I'm such a big Nirvana fan that I've got a year to live. Guess my age. Do you know what it's like? Do you know what it's like to move out of your parents' house at 26 years old? I will let you know. When I have the answer, I will let you know. But it's I don't know if you guys can tell by looking at me, but I used to be a baby. Yeah, I used to be a baby, and it's gotta be scary to be a baby. I was thinking this. It's gotta be terrifying to be the tiniest little child, because when you fall asleep, we just take you with us. We just take you with us. We're like, can you imagine doing that to a friend of yours at a full-grown age? He falls asleep. You just say he wakes up later in a shopping cart. Like, what the fuck? What? Whose clothes are these? And I gotta come up and explain, like, oh man, you were sleeping. It's gonna sound weird, bro, but we needed eggs. I know your pants have pockets in them, but most babies don't, so they don't have an itinerary. I would in all seriousness like to thank my parents for coming. Yeah, they're not here. I was just speaking generally. As well as historically. It must be where I got my love of swimming. I don't know if there's literally anybody left in this room who is a religious person. I'll take that as a no. Seriously, I've lost more friends to God than drinking. By a lot, seriously. If you're my friend and you go away for a year, I promise you're gonna come back to me like, have you heard the good news? And I'll be like, yeah, $3 shots at Brothers. We gotta get over there. It's almost 4 p.m. We're late. All right, let's see. All right, why do you guys think that there are so many assholes in the world? Damn it, man. I'm the one with a mic. You should be coming up here. No, I think the reason that there's so many assholes in the world is that we don't hit them. We don't hit them. You know, people don't continue behavior that blackens their eyes, right? Just in general. But there's some people that think that the way that you win is to just not engage. Right? You've met those people who are like, I just don't engage. That's how you really win, you know? I walk right off the soccer field like, I already won, guys. It's cool. Don't even worry about it. No. That's how you forfeit, actually. That's how you forfeit a fight, is by walking away. You know? You don't win by walking away. Your absentee father didn't win parenthood. He abandoned your family. So, I drink. Anybody else? Salud. I don't know if I'm an alcoholic though, or if I just like alcohol more than life. Seriously, it's 50-50, and but I also smoke cigarettes. Anybody else? Anybody at all? Yeah? Okay, at least one. Thank you. All right, it's good to be in. I'll see you in the ground. I smoke and I go to the gym. That's how I do it. Right. I gaslight cancer. That's my toxic trait. I'm like, come on, cancer, don't you want it? Like, my little outfits. You like my outfits? It's tough, but I will say there's nothing better. There's not a lot of benefits, obviously, but there's nothing better than the look on Planet Fitness staff's face as you walk in there at 7:15, reeking of the cigarette you chased with pre-workout on the way in, because they don't smell it right away. So they hit you with big doe eyes, like, "Hi, good morning, sir." I'm like, "Yeah, it's not a good morning, is it? 7:16, you reek of street ash. That's a wrap for the rest of the day." So obviously not a lot of alcoholics in the house. Yeah? I'll see you on the ground. But have you ever thought about getting a breathalyzer? No. Anybody? Has anybody ever thought about getting one? Yeah, no shit. That's how you can tell the amateurs from the professionals. Because the professionals know we're leaving the house. It doesn't matter what it says. I was at a buddy's house like 12 beers in. He's fixing his motorcycle. I'm in the same mechanic school that he is, but I'm really just lobbying verbal abuse at him as I kill his 12-pack. So I'm talking to him, and you know, I'm 8, 9 beers in, and I see a little marijuana, on the side. Ooh. I see a little marijuana on the side. I'm like, "Hey, can I get in on that?" And he's like, well, my girlfriend and I would prefer, if you're going to smoke and you've been drinking, we'd prefer that you stay here. We don't want you driving home crossed, right? And I was like, I was stoned when I showed up. You got to be shitting me. You think those are the only 2 substances I'm on? Get the fuck out of here. I think that the reason that I'm not going to heaven is anal. Yeah, not having, watching. Yeah. My neighbors will not shut their blinds. It's. I live in a small complex. I used to watch porn. Now I own binoculars. So I'm trying to get it in HD. All right, let's do a little palate cleanser. That's a lot of filth. Right off the top. So. Any soda drinkers? Any soda fans? Just in general, nothing specific. All right, I used to drink soda. I had to quit because it's not good for me, unlike alcohol and cigarettes. But I had to quit. I was like, I can't do it anymore because you're supposed to love it. You're biologically designed to love it, but it's not good for you, right? It's just sugar water. To me, soda is kind of like my hot cousin. I'm not going to do it, but I can obviously tell that it would taste amazing. So I'm 26. Still 26. I'm assuming my birthday wasn't while I was on stage. And I don't know anything about the world yet, I got jack shit. Not like the Greatest Generation where they're killing Nazis and then inviting them back, but I try to do my part. Like I'm 26 years old and I still haven't figured out how to ask somebody if they actually think that's a bad neighborhood or if they're just racist. I'm like, which is it? Like, are you really concerned for my safety, or do you think the best NBA player was Larry Bird? Which is it? Is it? Are you actually concerned, or does your car say Blue Lives Matter? Which is it? I don't know. That's not even 50-50, more like 98-2. I'm not a religious man. I'm not a religious man myself. I'm not trying to convert anybody, but God is good, though. God is good, just with one less O. That's just a fun grammar joke. You can tell your friends that one. That's an easy one. When I die, my tombstone's gonna say I'm with stupid, and the arrow's gonna be pointing up. It's gonna be. So let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys think that there is a difference between being nice and being polite? Oh yeah, of course. There's a difference. You could be polite in a way that's not nice for the situation, and vice versa, right? I was trying to figure it out. Just the places where the difference is so severe. Like asking how somebody is fine at the TR, right? Texas Roadhouse. I'm from Indiana. It's totally fine. But it's less appropriate at some place like AutoZone. Right? Like, hi sir, how you doing? Well, I'm here, so shitty. I'm doing shitty. If it was a good day, I wouldn't be here. Now, would I? Couldn't feel bad for people at rental car, more bad for people who work at rental car companies, my lord. Ugh. But I was thinking, trying to figure out the worst place for politeness instead of niceness, right? And I think it's the ER. To walk in there and be like, hi sir, how are you? Well, I'm doing fine, could be a little warmer, but I can't complain. My wife, on the other hand, is bleeding out of her eyes and anus. If you could help her first. Like, I appreciate you concerned with my well-being, but, she snail-trailed in here like a porta potty after Lilith Fair. It's disgusting. All right, I'll end on this. Which would you guys like to end? A cat joke or a political joke? Okay, I heard more cats. Sorry, Liz. I heard more cats. Cat joke, ready? Pussies. All right, that is my time.
But pour me another pint of beer, and I'll tell tale of the one I hold dear, my little lovely lady of Erin. Well, she's got eyes, they shine like a jade, they can light this poor boy's soul ablaze, and I cannot escape the gaze of Erin. Cause her beauty struck me like a blow to the nose, and my love for her just continues to grow. I pray that together we might both grow old, me and my little rose of Erin. Well, she's got a temper that can rival my own. She can rile me up or soothe my soul into her. Well, I just can't say no, not Erin. Cause she's got whiskey running through her veins. It ebbs and flows, it waxes and wanes, but I would nary change a thing of Erin. Cause her beauty struck me like a blow to the nose, and my love for her just continues to grow. I pray that together we might both grow old, me and my little rose named Erin. So pour me another pint of beer, and I'll tell tale of the one I hold dear, my little lovely lady.